It is time for our weekly update. EverDark in progress as of this week. I'm filming this on Saturday and this will come out on Monday. We are at bing 88%. So pretty good considering that I only have a week left. The due date for this draft is the 15th of March, so I'm well on my way there. Got a couple days left and only have 2.5 chapters left to write. So I'm going to take my time on those, try to get those right, and then let it sit. I'll have a period up until the 25th where I really don't have much going on writing-wise. I'm just outlining my next book, and then at the 25th I start drafting my next book. So during that period, who knows, I might, while taking my time with these last chapters, I might write an outline for a novella and write that. So that's probably what I'll do. That would be really fun. Good progress, 88% should be done within the week. After that, I will head on and secretly do another project, which we will talk about in an announcement of next week's weekly update. So that'll be great. I know I've teased a fun announcement repeatedly, and I filmed the announcement video for that with my buddy who's coming on to help me announce it. It's kind of a fun, larger project, less small scale in the sense that it is more than one person, if that makes sense. But it should be super fun to do, and I'm excited to announce that. But hold on, it's coming eventually. I did have my first signing this week, or was it last? I believe it was this week, this Monday, which was phenomenal. I was so tired from it the next day that I was like, this has to be Friday, right? Nope, it was Monday. So it was wonderful. I had a bunch of people turn out, sold quite a few copies. It was all in all a wonderful first signing. I made like a whole on bulletin board with a bunch of like downloadable short stories. I got to meet some really fun people. It was just really encouraging to be able to do that and have some people who supported the first Kickstarter that we did, even though it was an anthology, just show up and show the support, bring their copies to get signed or buy copies. It was just super fun to do, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you, if you're watching this, for showing up. It was very fun, and I really appreciate your support, so thank you. Speaking about that signing, here's a brief note from me. Previous me, right after the signing, my hair's really disheveled, I look crazy, and I'm ranting, but here's a brief video of me talking about the signing. So I just got out of my first ever author signing, which was great. It was 3 hours long, and it was just me standing and talking with people the entire time, which was great. Sold a bunch of books, and it was an incredible experience. Got to talk with a bunch of people, got to just hang out with some lovely bookstore owners, and it was really, really fun. So hopefully I can get into just doing this a lot more often, especially when I have a lot more books. So it was so good. Thank you to Words and Whimsy Bookstore in Sterling for letting me actually do that. So yeah, weekly update, progress on book signing. It was great. Now that that's over, I would like to thank you for joining me. I do have a bunch of new short stories free on my website. So the way that works, you can essentially just go to xavierschwindt.com. You can scroll the homepage, and there's a bunch of short stories there for you to devour and enjoy. One that I would recommend that I really enjoyed and was actually within Work of the Hands, which is the anthology on work and how it affects us in the modern world. A short story that I wrote specifically for that and is not available anywhere else until now was Heavy Lies the Crown. It's got a fun little cover. You'll find it on my website. It's longer. It's about 7,000 words, so about 45-minute read. It's enjoyable. It's about a stuck-up prince who learned how to essentially enjoy people and how to earn his crown through learning blacksmithing and forging it, and learning what true leadership really takes through developing that himself through just the traditions of this kingdom. So it was really, really fun to write, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So check those out. They should be around wherever for you to download for free. So just some really fun reading for you to dip your toes into. I do want to really quickly announce that we'll be starting to do book shoutouts weekly within the weekly updates. I'll also do a little bit more normal videos in the future where I do book reviews. I will not review books that I do not like, because there's just no reason to make enmity between me and those authors. But there is reason for me to say, this was a delightful book or movie. You should go check it out. On that topic, today won't be a book shoutout, it will rather be a movie shoutout. I just watched Mercy, which was with Chris Pratt and that lady from Mission Impossible. It was really enjoyable. I think that it is a movie that is asking a lot of good questions that we should be asking ourselves right now in the justice system, but also within when it comes to AI. Speaking of AI, I will also have a video out in the coming 3 weeks, which is just me setting a guideline for my readers of how I use AI. And I can promise you, as I said in previous weekly updates, I don't use AI, and I will never use AI in my actual writing and drafting process. everything I write is actually me writing it. I dictate. I will be on a walk. I can show you the actual recording of me dictating my words, and I used to write it by hand, so it's about as legit as you can get. So that is the line I will not cross, but if you want to look into some of the nuances, I will have a statement come out in the future, so it should be fun. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know these are kind of a bore sometimes, but they're really fun for me to do. Just keeps me honest on YouTube, keeps me doing it every single week, even though some weeks I do skip, such as this previous week where I just was like, I don't have time to film it, which I definitely did, and I just didn't. One last thing, we will have a video come out this Friday. The topic will be on how dragons could scientifically fly. Just a really fun breakdown, quick 5 to 10 minutes. Should be really fun for you today's. Thank you for joining me. Blessings.